I've been reading for years, but it's never felt like my vocabulary has actually improved as you'd expect it to. That was until I implemented a 5-step Kindle method, which completely changed the game. In this video, I'll walk you through each of those 5 steps, and it's worth saying, this is great for anyone who's looking to learn English as a foreign language, or someone like me who's just trying to improve their vocabulary more generally. The first step is to turn on WordWise. And the benefit of having this turned on is your Kindle will actually show you hints and definitions above words that you might not know. Your Kindle is predicting here what you won't know, but the great thing is you're able to turn the dial all the way up so it predicts more words you won't know, or dial it down so it's showing you fewer hints and definitions. I have to be honest here, this was the latest addition into this 5-step method, because for a while I couldn't quite get WordWise right for me. So it does take some playing around with, and that's getting it right on the dial level for you. I'm somewhere in the middle, so it's not always showing me lots of hints per page, because that can get a bit distracting. But if you find that actually it's showing you too many hints, all you have to do is dial it right back down. For the next step, you need to make sure that you've got Vocabulary Builder enabled. And you have to have this on because what it allows you to do is every single time you search a word on your Kindle, it all gets saved into your vocabulary builder. With WordWise enabled, in this step, it's all about getting to work reading. That means whenever you come across a word you don't know, just hold your finger on it to bring up word lookup. And use WordWise here to see any words you might be unsure of. It's a guide to check whether you need to look up this word or not. WordWise feels like the complementary step to this one, because what it does is it gives you a rough idea of any words that you might not be aware of. But what's really important is if WordWise does flag a word and you don't know it, make sure to tap and press on it, because if you don't, it won't get saved into your vocabulary builder. And my final thought in this step is never be embarrassed about any words you look up. There have been plenty of moments in my life when I've looked up a word that something in the back of my head says, you should know that. But if I don't know it, and I'm being honest with myself, the right option is always to look it up and save it into your vocabulary builder to learn for later, because that's actually how we're going to improve. It's not about worrying what other people might think, because realistically, no one's going to judge you for trying to improve your vocabulary. This is your private list, and that's a key point here, is always to consider it as just that. Don't worry about what other people will think and ignore that voice in the back of your head. This next step is a bit of an admin task, but it's a crucial one to enable the next two. So in a book, you need to tap the 3 dots in the top right, then select Vocabulary Builder. If you've been a reader for years, with this enabled, you might actually have been amassing a library of words you never realised was there. Inside a vocabulary builder, you should have a long list of words you've looked up, and this is inside the latest update on my Kindle Scribe. You can sort by word, by book, and by language if you do read in more than one. Plus, you can order these words alphabetically or chronologically. While you're in this part of Vocabulary Builder, this step is all about eliminating those words that are there by mistake. And this does happen all the time. I have had so many occasions when my vocabulary builder has an and or the, and it could just be a stray finger that's pressed that word, or it was part of when I was trying to make a highlight and it just went wrong. So what this does is it just clears out our list. So when we get into the next steps, it's so much simpler that we're dealing with words that we actually want to learn rather than they're there by mistake. All you have to do is press on the word, delete it, or you can also mark it as mastered if you want to. Going through this just keeps your list genuinely for the words you actually don't know. Before we get into the 2 final steps, I just wanted to mention that I've recently updated my free Kindle guide. It's all about the 7 essential settings that everyone should be using more to get the most from their Kindle, and it's now packed with bonus tips as well. If that sounds like your sort of thing, then it's free and the link is in the description. Right, on to those final 2 steps. So step 4, and this is my favourite part about Vocabulary Builder, and the great thing is that most people don't even know it exists. With your selected list of words, you can turn them into a flashcard system to test yourself. Flashcards will appear though, and this is worth knowing, according to your filter settings. So that means if you've gone with sorted chronologically, it will show up with the last word you looked up first. The flashcard system works by showing you on the face of it the word and where it was used in the book when you first selected it. If you press the word, it then turns over and shows you the definition. And this is when the learning really begins, because you can test yourself and also mark the words as mastered when you know it. With this step, it's about establishing a simple routine, which is exactly how this turned my system into something practical, which actually helps me improve my vocabulary. So I have 3 reading windows in my day, typically at breakfast, at lunch, and then just before I go to bed. Every reading session before bed, I spend 5 minutes just going through my vocabulary builder list here and using this specific flashcard system. I don't put a pressure on how many words I have to learn or any other number to tell me what I need to have achieved. Instead, this is just 5 minutes every day, and I go through this flashcard system, I test myself, and I always find that by the end of the week, some of those words that I've been testing, I now know, and that's when I can mark them as mastered. And one final thing I do is within those 5 minutes, I always pick one word for the next and final step. Step 5 is where the fun really does begin, because you take the word you've picked out from the flashcard system in step 4, and you try to implement it into your life. What I do is I only do this around my family, because I'm always wary of getting this wrong. And trust me, you will get this wrong. Either you might not quite get that word right, or you might not use it in the right context. My recent one that stood out was savant, so a learned person, and I'm still not sure if I'm even saying that and pronouncing it right. But I was trying to implement that around family, and it just sounded crazy. But as long as you can have fun with it and know that you're trying to improve yourself, then it's all about that learning process of getting these things wrong, but you're trying to implement it into your everyday life. And over time, that will compound, and all of a sudden, you'll recognize that your vocabulary list has grown and you feel so much better for that development. Those are the 5 steps to build a bigger vocabulary with your Kindle, and each step connects to the other so that you have a full system that will work for you. If you've enjoyed this video, then a like is always appreciated, and subscribe for more content coming every single week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.